Hi guys, Richard Butler here, everybody's favorite Irish reviewer, and today I'm reviewing something that is launching at 10 a.m. EST, and today obviously is Sunday 28th, so if you're watching this after that, it's probably already launched. And what it is a video system called MeetZippy, which is quite an interesting name, and it's filling a need in the market for anybody who wants to do video conferencing in a very easy and quick manner. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, I've used platforms, and you've probably heard of them, GoToWebinar, BlueJeans, even Skype, FaceTime, and there's countless other platforms out there, Zoom included. And the problem with a lot of these is that you have to set them up in order to have a video conference with a client or with a series of clients. And what does that mean? That means that you send them a link, they either have to sign up for the actual system or they have to download an extension, and then there could be a problem with their browser because it doesn't accept that extension, etc, etc, etc. And that is a real pain in the ass. The easier you make it for somebody to join you on a video conference, the more likely they're going to be happy to start the conversation with you. So this is where MeetZippy comes in. And MeetZippy was created by the same guys who created HQ Webinar. Now, the first question you may have is, well, what's the difference between a webinar platform and this platform? And it's a very good question. So with a webinar platform, you're going to have like a sign-up page, and it's more of a one-to-many platform rather than a one-on-one platform. And I see MeetZippy as more of a one-on-one platform, but also if you want to have interactive meetings with, for example, sales reps or your teams or group coaching. And MeetZippy is just super simple. So let me just log in here, and before I run through everything that you get and before I run through pricing, etc., just let me show you how simple it is to use. So you come in here and I have these test rooms already created. And to create a room, I just click create new room and I put a meeting title, description, and whether it's private. Now, if I say it is private, I put in a password. So that can be very useful for coaching clients, etc. If I want to join the room, I simply click here. And what happens is the room opens up here, and I can ask it to use my microphone, etc. And you'll see that I come up here and here. So that's a little bit confusing to see me in stereo. But what you have is this link that you send to your client, and they just click on that link and it opens up straight away. They don't need to register with usernames. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of the times if you want to give a 15-minute a lot of times if you want to do a 15-minute sort of free consultancy call with people, they don't want you knowing their email address and their telephone number, etc., which is the problem with the likes of Skype or FaceTime or Zoom or any of these. So this makes it so simple. We have a whiteboard here so that you can share drawings. You have a text editor here where you can actually write comments, etc. Then you can record the session, which is always handy because you can say, for example, I'm going to do a coaching session for $60 an hour, plus you get the recording afterwards, which just gives you that little bit of an edge against maybe other people. And then you have your share screen option. Now, on the right-hand side here, you have a chat functionality as well, that you can actually chat. And one of the things that I really did like about this was that when you go in here and you put in your username, when you actually start chatting, it will show your picture here. It's just a simple little, thing, but I really liked it. So that's all there is to that part of MeetZippy. And let me just close off the section here. Now, I can go into my recordings. You will see I have a recording here and I can download it. Or what I actually also have is a replay page. And this is the replay of the video that I did, and people can leave comments. So another nice little thing, if you're doing a sales presentation, you can actually have the presentation there. Then you have a profile. Now, what I've found with a lot of these video conferencing softwares is that they just do the actual video conferencing element. So you just use them to connect up and then to talk to people. But if you want to have a profile to give more information about yourself, you have to create that on your own webpage, or you use something like Book Like a Boss. But with this, you actually have your profile here. And if I just go in here, I can view my profile. And you'll see that it's quite clean there. There's a picture of me there. I can download my CV. I can go into Discover. And I can put all the information about myself there. My resume, If you want to make an appointment, which is another thing that it'll actually allow you to do, is it'll allow you to select appointment times. And if there is an appointment available, you can actually select it here. And then you fill in your details here. So this is if somebody wants to book appointments. So this is excellent for paid appointments. If you just want them to connect straight up with you, you can just send them a link. Or if you prefer to use a different system, you can do it like that as well. Now, I can have a number of different profiles here, and I can edit my profile really simply as well. With the scheduler, what I can do is I can actually say, this is my profile, Richard Butler Book Me, and these are the times that I'm available for. And I just click here and I can put in the different times. And then any appointments that I have are just set here. One of the things you see here is I have public rooms and I have private rooms, and private rooms are the ones where I have a password on it. Now, if I go to my settings, I can actually see here that I have social app details. Now, what is this for? This is if you want to do live streaming. So when you actually set up a session, let's say it's a training session, you could actually live stream that on Facebook as well. And that's really powerful because obviously if you can connect into social media, more people will see you. So rather than you having to do the presentation, save the presentation, then upload it to Facebook, you can do it straight from here and it will automatically broadcast out. Now, I've been testing this out quite extensively over the last couple of weeks because I got beta access. And anybody I've worked with on this system have told me the one thing they loved about it was from the client end, it was so easy to connect. There was nothing to download. There were no usernames or passwords. You just clicked and it connected. And it's full screen and it's, you know, high quality video, etc. And while you're actually in a session, you can actually see the video speed to make sure that the connection speed to make sure that your video is running perfectly, etc. Now, I didn't notice any latency. I didn't notice any distortions in voice, or sometimes on Skype that it stops like that. To me, this works absolutely perfectly. Now again, this is different from a webinar system because with this is more for just meetings and for training sessions, etc. Whereas with a webinar, it's more you giving a presentation and people just sign up, and then there's like that sign up form, etc. This is very, very competitively priced. If you look at things like Zoom, GoToWebinar, even, well, Skype is free, FaceTime is free, but if you look at any other similar platforms, they're going to be charging you a monthly fee, depending on the different features that you want. And most of the systems that I certainly have tried don't have all the features that I want, whereas MeetZippy does, such as the profile page, being able to schedule meetings, etc., etc., etc. So the initial, when this goes live, the front-end personal edition is going to be $47. And then there is a commercial edition, which is $97. Now, there's some differences in what you get, and that's explained, as you'll see on the sales page. When you click, there should be a link just below here, or a button, depending where you're watching this. And then there are OTOs, one-time offers. And the first OTO will be for the Personal Pro Edition. And that will allow you to have more people attend a meeting. So you could have up to maybe 20, 30 people in a meeting at one time. It will also allow you to have more meetings per month, because on the $47 front end, you can have 10 meetings a month. Now that could be perfectly fine for you depending on how many clients or what you want to do with this actual software. There is a commercial edition then on the OTO, which is a little bit more expensive. And then on the second OTO, you can actually get a reseller license. So what that means is that you can buy the product, you will get a special control panel within here, which will allow you to create sub-accounts for clients that you can actually sell. So, you know, there's potential there as well. So in total, you might be talking about $300 if you want to get the reseller, maybe a little bit over $300. But when you think about that, Zoom and GoToWebinar and these other platforms can charge you anything from $20 to $30 to $60 a month, depending on how many attendees you want. And they don't offer all of the features that are here. So having played with this, having used it in real life scenarios, I have to say, to me, this is an amazing solution. And it's not just something for internet marketers. It's not just something for affiliates who want to sell things. This is super powerful for businesses as well. And I see this being used by businesses. It can replace your Blue Jeans, your Fuse, your GoToWebinar, etc. And it's much more cost effective. I've personally, talked to Madaf, the head behind this amazing platform, and he's always open to suggestions. He's always been very helpful. He's always answered questions. And having seen the evolution of HQ Webinar, which is their other product, I can see that they have a brilliant support team and they know what they're doing, because they actually had HQ Webinar for the last number of months. Actually, I think it could be even nearly a year now that they've been working on that, and that works perfectly. So for me, this is an essential tool that you should be investing in order to help you with your video conferencing, with meeting with clients, even for doing interviews. Here's a free tip for you. What you could actually do is you could use this to do interviews for affiliate products. And you have the recording and then you have the replay after it that you could then share with your list. If you have any questions, please do let me know. You can contact me on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave a comment in the description. I'll talk to you very, very soon.